Hi there YouTube. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, or my old channel, Trainz Extreme, you'll know that I got, I'm going to say 1 year ago, but I think it was actually longer. That's pretty awkward. Anyway, I got a big shipment of bits and pieces of Japanese Thomas merchandise. Now, I've done a couple of different mystery reviews. I've done part 1 and part 2, and the third one was looking at the Oni-Man or one-man set. This here, guys, is part 4, assuming I can count, but don't count me on that, where I just managed to collect all the miniature-style Thomas Trains that I got from that massive collection. So these aren't necessarily all the same brand, they're certainly not all the same line, but in the same way that I've been asking you in the previous mystery merchandise review, I want you guys to let me know straight away if you know any of these, if you've seen any of these, if you know who's made them or when they were made, and most importantly, if you've got some yourself. So, what are we waiting for? Let's do it. So the first items I want to look at in this part of the review are the two smallest Thomases that I got, or Thomas and Friends characters that I got from that box. Now, these are these ones here. So if we bring Thomas up to camera, we can see that he's quite small. I'm going to show you a reference to a Thomas Mini at the very end of the video, but just for now, I'm going to keep it just for what's got on the table. He's very, very small. But that said, he's really, really nicely detailed. So we can see that in similar to the Surprise Egg Thomas toys, which I looked at in another video. He's got that same style of wheel with the hollowed out and the line for the coupling rod. He's got black painted buffers. He's got a red running board. He's got the cute little Thomas face. Very, very cute. Big fan of that. He's got stickers for the sides. He's got nothing here for the windows or anything. However, the windows and the dome and the whistle are all relief, as are the boiler stripes. So that's really interesting. Even though there's no paint on them, they are 3D relief. And then we've also got the coal bunker on the back, buffs on the back painted, and the way this one works is got a plastic insert with little rolly wheels on it. So he does roll, but not using his main wheels, using pseudo wheels. In that same line, the only way I figured that out was because it's got that same plastic cutout wheel set on the bottom. We've got a Gordon, again similar to the one from the capsules. He's got the same kind of wheel detailing on the side. He's got a little bit of stickerage around the mud splashes and also his driver's cabin and coal bunker or tender. Very nice Gordon face, like much better than the Surprise Egg one. Looks very much like a classic Gordon. You've got that little bit of black on the front there, both on the buffers and on the little rails. Very, very nice. Again, nothing up here on the top, but we do have relief boiler stripes. You've got some handholds, handrails, and also the little windows are square, which is awesome detailing, and also relief. So that's really nice. Again, you got coal on the back, back painted buffers. Nothing really else to say there. So they're the two smallest ones I've got. They're really, really nice. I actually think they are definitely above and beyond what the Surprise Eggs gave me, and I got out of those. So if I was a Surprise Egg person, these are the kind of toys I'd be going off, and if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if the Surprise Eggs were some kind of rip-off of these. But these aren't the only Thomas Trains I've got that have this kind of roller wheel system. Moving right along to these guys are a step up. As you can see, they're not they're the second largest of the ones I had on the table at the introduction of this video, and you can see that similarly, they also rely on a grey kind of faux wheel, trucky, rolly kind of system, which I think is really cool. These ones, however, are probably less exciting than the little ones I showed you before. The proportions, as you can see, are quite strange. They're quite tall, but not very wide. They're thin, and they have really, really bizarre coupling mechanisms. Now, what we can look at here, though, very interestingly, is that this one is licensed to Magic Railroad Company 2000. So this one was made for Thomas and the Magic Railroad, which is something that's very, very bizarre. That aside, we can see that we don't have any of the buffer detailings. We don't have any light dealings, although we do have the boiler bands. Stickers again for the side. This one has that same style of wheel, although again, like a little bit different, a little bit more detail probably in the wheel section than we got in the other one. Nothing on the back apart from the coal and that Bandai, which I'm assuming was that B stands for, and that system of rollers underneath. Next one we've got is Edward. I think Edward's face nails it. Thomas's I'm not super sold on, but Edward's I think is a very good Edward face. You've got the same level of detailing around the sides. You've got the stickers. Interesting way they've done that. Looks kind of funny because he's got really tiny wheels and all that blank space up there. I got a blank. Anyway, you can see this one's 2005, so it's significantly later than the Thomas one was, but it uses that same style of coupling mechanism, which I'll get to in a minute. Then we get to Gordon. Not a bad face on that one at all. Quite respectable. The eyebrows probably the only thing I would change. Again, same level of detailing on the side we saw from the other ones. Interestingly enough, he has a sticker that goes around here that gives him some boiler bands, but not all of them. A little bit more complicated detailing in here than we got on the smaller Gordon, so that's fair enough. Again, coming around, so this is 2006 now, definitely Bandai, because we can see that it's got Bandai written on that little sticker on the back. His couplings have changed to that same whitey grey plastic that's on the rollers on the bottom, which I will get to, I promise. Yep, so that's that Gordon. I've also got Emily. Emily's there with her big signature Sterling style wheel. Again, the proportions are a bit funny. Emily's face isn't too bad, but unlike the others, she actually has painted buffers. I think they're painted. No, sticker buffers, sorry. Buffers are stickers. So in that case, maybe the other ones do have buffers. The stickers have fallen off. Again, you can see the same kind of roller system set up. Stickers along the sides for the detailing, the coal. Her coupling on the back is broken, and I'll show you why it's very likely that's going to happen. 2004, so she's earlier than Gordon and Edward, but after Thomas. Golden dome there, which is really interesting because the others don't have that detailing. But oops, that said, very interesting version of Emily. We come to the last piece of railway rolling stock I've got, and this is a troublesome truck. That same style of roller, similar in design to the other mystery merchandise ones that I looked at. I think maybe, in hindsight, I think this is actually like probably part 5 now. But anyway, that's not beside the point. Really nice classic troublesome truck face, really happy with that. Good amount of space if you want to put something in it, which I think is really, really important for any kind of troublesome truck toy. Again, this one's 2003, so it's one of the earlier ones. Yeah, actually quite happy with the way the truck turned out. I think he looks very cool. Probably of all of them, probably one of the better looking ones in that range. This is where we get even more Thomas mystery because I've got 2 jacks, both of them not in complete condition. Both of them having that same roller system on the bottom, but both of them being completely different. If we look right up from the start, we can see we have different faces on both of those. We have different detailing in the windows. Now they're both stickers, but different detailing there. We've got different colours of paint used, and on the top for where the little graty iron parts are. Again, different colours in the stickers, different styles of wheels. If we just have a look, I'm trying to get nice and close. There you go, you can see. This one doesn't have any rivets. This one does have rivets. So that's interesting to note there. And then this is where it's interesting. This one there is 2003. This one there is 2005. Both made by Bandai. Both meant to be part of the same collection. Both of them somewhat different models. I mean, if you can look at here, I've got a little bit of sticker of an engine, which has just come off and rubbed all over him. But you can see here the painting is even different. Like, his exhaust and pistons are painted silver all the way across. This one's only painted silver on the side. The rest is just all black. I actually also think this one has a much better face. I think it's actually the earlier version, yeah. I think the earlier version actually has a much nicer face. So yeah, again, no idea what kind of style of toys these are, although judging from the fact that these are Japanese style trains and they're Bandai, probably capsule toys, but I don't know. Now the last thing to point out about these guys is the weirdness of the coupling system. So all the engines have a male connector style on the front and the back. The trucks has a male connector on the front and then a female connector on the back, which is kind of really, really weird. I don't really know what's going on there. Now this one's already got a split. You might not be able to see it on camera, but there's already a split in this, and that's because the way you put these on, you have to kind of really, really carefully just kind of wiggle it on and then bam. It's a very secure connection once it's in place. Works very, very well. But the thing is, it's just way too difficult to get them together because, like, to get them apart, for example, I have to be really, really careful here not to break anything. And this would have been how Emily's coupling broke. Got to get really precise, just slowly wiggling. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There. So, although it's quite an effective coupling mechanism, I think it's weird because both the front and the backs have, on the engines, have the pointy, the male bits, and the trucks on the back have the female corresponding connector. So that's a little bit weird. Also just not a very durable system. But that's something which I'm actually starting to see across some of these merchandise ranges, not particularly durable couplings. So there's all the ones with rollers. Oh wait, no, there's one more set to look at. So the last style in these kind of wheeled, contraptionized versions of Thomas the Tank from my collection of miniatures, you can see that there are these ones. Now they've got that same style of roller, but it is a wider gauge, same style of coupling, 2010 manufacture date. So I'm wondering if these are possibly the next generation of the toys at the back, which we just looked at. These ones here have got your printed buffers. They've switched the profile. Rather than being tall and thin, they're now short and fat, which I actually think is probably a better look for these style of trains. I think it's a very cute looking Thomas. I think he's got a lot of cool details. For example, he's got the sticker along there, which gives you the whistle and also the viewer driver portholes. The painted black there. Got the red around all the way, coil bunker, sticker on the side, similar level of wheel detailing with the ladder in there too. And again, only a coupling on the back on this one. Next we've got Rosie, who has a kind of, I get what they're going for with the face, but it also just makes her look a little bit weird and makes it look very, very out of proportion. They've got, again, a sticker along here to give her windows. They've got a signature, like, square on top of her cab. Really, really, really nice job on the painting on the side here. You've got the sticker for here, but then you've also got these nicely painted wheels with the black side rods. Looks really good. They put her piston box, which I've actually forgot, cylinders. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing, I forgot the name of that. There in colour, again, 2010. Little coal bunker on the back. Very nice shape, buffers. Nice level of detailing on that one. Last one we've got here is Oliver, which is kind of interesting considering this is also a 2010 toy, and Oliver was most certainly out of the TV series, essentially, by 2010. We've got all the Oliver detailing, which is like, you know, from his gold whistle to all the different domes and the lumpy parts of his sandbox and all that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. Nice detailing on here. Really cool Oliver face. Again, you've got painted buffers and buffer beam. Same coupling, same kind of detailing on the back. Very, very nice. Really, really happy. I think these ones are probably better than those, despite the fact these ones look a little bit more chunky and a little bit more bizarre. I think the detailing them is better, and they're also a better size, although with that same coupling mechanism, not a massive fan. So if you know where any of the three different kind of undercarriage style, rolly wheel style engines came from, please let me know in the comments below. But they're not the only miniatures that I pulled out of that big box of Japanese Thomas toys. Not last, and certainly not least, I've got these interesting critters here. Now, these ones again are just a little bit bigger, only just, than these kind of ones. And the only reason they're bigger in height is because these guys are not hollow underneath and have the little wheels, whereas these ones have the little wheels underneath. But otherwise, they're actually pretty much the same size. It's just a little bit of a height difference. But smaller, therefore, than these ones are these little Thomases here. Now, these, to me, feel like Surprise Egg style Thomases. They remind me of the Surprise Egg Thomases that I reviewed earlier, except the holes on the bottom, I don't exactly sure what they're about. They've kind of got a soft, rubbery feel. They don't feel like a hard plastic, even though they don't particularly move around a lot. Interesting enough, you've got the same kind of details that we saw on those ones I looked at the very start of this video. These ones had a lot more play, apparently, than the little ones that I already had. So very, very similar in the way they're designed. I've got two Thomases, both of them very well loved. I've got three Gordons. All of these are in pretty bad shape. You can see the stickers peeling off. That was the sticker that was stuck onto Jack earlier in the video. You can see they're really, really all over the place. The reason I'm just showing you these just quickly because they are essentially the same style of toy and the same designs, as you can see from this, as the Gordon that I already looked at. And the last one then is just Henry, who's a different character for this style of toy. Again, similar detailing to Gordon in the way they've done the splashes there and the tender and the back of the cab. We've got an interesting Henry face. I would actually say it's a little bit of the Henry that we saw towards the changeover from Britt Arlcroft to Hit Entertainment, where we saw him with those really determined eyebrows. Let's just get a quick close-up of those. If my camera wants to focus, that's it. There you go. You can see he's got those really determined eyebrows. Again, same level of painted detail on the front there, which is interesting. And some more detailing of his new, bizarrely proportioned, but definitely there, firebox for that series. So there's these little ones. Now these, as I said, are actually the same style as those ones. So I don't know what's going on there. Can't get my hand around them. Can't find a date on those. So definitely, if you've got any idea what they are, please let me know. And hopefully you enjoyed looking at them. But I'm acting like it's in this review. And there's actually 2 more toys we need to have a look at. Actually last, but still certainly not least, are these 2 die-cast metal Elizabeths. Now, if we look in the coal bunker, we've got 2 different years. We've got a 2005 and a 2003. I feel like it's a continuation of this series, except then I'm let down because there's no rollers on the bottom. There's just wheels. They just spin as they are. They're both exactly the same, except for the year. You can see that the detailings haven't changed that much. The real only thing that's changed is the face. I think both the faces are still a little bit weird. You can see it's quite a well-detailed toy. Very, very nice. The level of painting. No stickers on this one. No stickers. This is all painting. So all that detailing in there is all painted on. All that stuff on the side. And on her little woody crate carry tray thing. That's all painted. Very, very nice. That part's plastic. This part here is in metal. Yeah, these stand out as being very, very nicely detailed, particularly for their size, Elizabeth toys. Really nice. Some of the best looking Elizabeth toys I think I've ever seen, ignoring the fact that the faces are not quite right. But they just don't seem to have a place. They don't seem to belong with any of the other miniature engines that I've collected. So again, if you know anything about those, don't forget to let me know. And yeah, do you think, I don't know, maybe that's just me giving them too many stars, but I definitely think they're the best detailed, if not given the best face, toys that we've got from the Thomas & Friends franchise. Alright, so that was a look at all the miniatures I got from that big box of Thomas I purchased from eBay, however long ago it was. I can't even remember when it was, which is, as I've already said, quite embarrassing. Let me know if you've seen any of those. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some really obscure Thomas & Friends merchandise. But yeah, I'd love to know if you've had any, have seen it before, even if you give me names, because particularly these kind of miniature collections, I'd love to get more of these. But like, I don't even know if to search on eBay or the internet to find more information about them. So if you know anything about these at all, make sure to let me know. Tell me, guys. Thanks for watching, doing all that cool stuff you do on YouTube, like liking and subscribing and hopefully commenting, because I need comments for this video. And as always, that's all we got time for. This right here is XtremeTrainz.